Well, good morning, YouTube family, or good afternoon almost in 27 minutes, if you consider afternoon at 12. This is Hope at the Table again with another car confession from David, or otherwise known as we're already getting to know the best thing ever, bald guy in a car. That's the best I can do while driving. Like, it is what it is. So, either way, topic of today. Boy, I think this just shows you how much God moves in our life when we're willing to listen, how much He speaks to us. Because I'm hearing from Him daily, being in His Word daily, being in the battle daily. And all I can say right now is if others want to hear from the Lord this way, they have that opportunity. Everybody does. You just got to really draw near to Him, and so He will pull you in. Be in your Word every day. Be in prayer. Be in communion with God every day. Be with His people. Be serving. Be doing what Jesus did. He's our prime example. And count it joy through the trials, through the tests. And that's more of the topic, I guess, today. Yesterday's forgiveness and giving to God and those kind of things, and when we're under attack, and it's so hard not to, because we talked about how that, I talked about how that is leads to bitterness, and bitterness leads to the callousing and the hardening of our hearts. Well, it's so funny that was the topic yesterday, and then yesterday the battle raged harder. And, I'm just going to put it out there. My last job is fighting and saying things, whatever. Some truth, partial truth, no truth, definitely whatever. Doesn't matter. It was really, the reason I know is because this whole battle with unemployment or whatever, it is what it is. People can think what they want. I'm not worried about that, but the point is, I started frantically trying to dig and fight and defend for myself, all this stuff, and weeks ago God told me to stop, to quit defending myself and let Him defend me. And been battling, but I was like, well, how do I know what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do? And yes, that comes from the Lord. I get that. And because the unemployment reaching out to me for recording of stuff, or they want more of this or more of that, and I'm like, so I'm frantically looking for this stuff, but how do I know when to stop? And at some point, my mind was going crazy again, all this stuff, because there it is, right? Satan wheeled in, and I'm starting to revert back to this anger, this resentment, and I had forgiven them, and then Satan knows how to wheel in right at the right time. The lady asked, for documentation of the stuff I shared. So I needed to just give what I had and not worry about what I didn't have, and leave it at that. And I didn't leave it at that. I was battling, and then I was thinking other ways of doing things, and this and that. My mind was, and then it goes back to the verse my dad gave me, Romans 8:37 through 39. Romans 8:37 through 39. I remembered it. Ooh, you better save this car confession. I remembered the verse, but I haven't said it yet. Okay, I remember where it comes from. I don't remember it word for word, but it's about the battle belongs to Him. Yeah, that's the point of this car confession. The battle belongs to God, and He makes that known. So stop. Just stop. And that's what I did. I stopped. I can't dig any further. I can't do any more. I have what I have. Drop it. Now it's in the hands of the Lord. I had let it go. They reached out. I gave what I could. Then I needed to stop and not keep dwelling on it. And Satan wanted me to keep dwelling on it, because the more I dwelled on it, the more I was getting frustrated with it doesn't matter who. I was getting frustrated with those individuals, and then I felt in my heart to send a text and say, I still forgive you. I'm not saying I'm happy. I'm not saying I'm over it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I forgive. And I'm saying I'm trying my best to walk in the Spirit by letting the Spirit have control for me, because I can't, and let God fight the battle. And it's so funny, my new favorite song over the last few months, I've heard the song numerous times, I liked it, but it never really resonated with me until I realized I was going to the concert with my son and his girlfriend from Phil Wickham, The Battle Belongs to You. It belongs to the Lord, and I love that song, but man, leading up to that concert, I was like, wait, I know some of those songs Phil Wickham sings, and that song just kept resonating with me, and that is the song that's been hitting hard right now, because the battle rages, and Satan, that's the last thing he wanted me to do, is get on here and post these things, because if this reaches one person, and God will use it to reach one person. 4 people look at some of these long car confessions, I think 20 is a really good number. The shorts, they go anywhere from, 100 to 1,200 views. Anything in between, and some days less. The shorts, because they go quick, people view them. They're not really, but God can use anything. But these really long, almost like I'm giving a sermon. No, it ain't a sermon. Not too many people would sit in church to hear this. I don't think, I could be wrong. There's no telling. God can do anything. Either way, that's the whole point. Satan wanted me frustrated, distracted from doing these things. He doesn't want me on TikTok. TikTok's crazy. And he's kept me off there this week, I think. I was on there one night, and that was a blessing. But he's definitely doesn't want me on there, because that is definitely his playground. Somebody told me that's the devil's playground. I would agree with that. However, where does God want us? So if he willed in and distracted me with all this other stuff and got my head twisted, guess where he kept me off of? Exactly. So either way, that is how Satan works. That is an explanation of the battle and what it looks like in my life. What is your battle? Where is Satan digging in on your strongholds? I think the strongholds are those areas that really get a hold of us and get us sidetracked, or get us thinking and believing the lies about ourselves and about just anything. So we got to go to the Lord and say, take it, Lord. Because when we keep trying to do it ourselves, it doesn't work. There's rebuke happens, and it has to for correction, because he loves us and he wants us to give it to him. That's simple. He literally just wants us to leave it in his hands. He's told me to be still. This whole work thing, this whole thing, he has a plan. He has something in line, and the longer I fight it, the longer it takes to get there. Let him be in control. So, who's fighting your battles? That's the question for today. Who's fighting your battles? Bada bing, bada boom. That's as close to a sermon you'll ever get from this guy. Bald guy from a car.